Amityville Dollhouse, aka Amityville. Okay, seriously guys, this is getting silly. This is the last one. It may be the last of the original Amityville series, but it's a fun one. In a very Brady Bunch brand of circumstances, a man named Bill, who has a young daughter named Jessica and a teenage son named Todd, has married Claire, a woman with a young, dorky son named Jimmy. They're moving into a house that Bill has been building near the desert, and unfortunately, the family is not exactly the most tightly knit. Jimmy resents Bill as his stepfather, constantly comparing him to his real father who died in the Air Force. Todd thinks Jimmy is a loser, though Bill keeps trying to get him to try to connect with Jimmy. Naturally, Jimmy doesn't reciprocate the attempts. There's a shack behind the house that, of course, Bill never bothered to examine when he bought the land. Inside is a dollhouse that looks like the original Amityville house. I don't recall them ever giving a proper explanation for why the dollhouse looks like it, or what its connection is to the original house, but of course it's possessed by demons, even containing evil cloth dolls that are actually eggs waiting to hatch demonic creatures. Bill decides to give Jessica the dollhouse for her birthday, but the dollhouse immediately starts making her sick thanks to noxious fumes that it emits. While at Jessica's birthday party, her aunt Marla and her husband Tobias, a badass biker, immediately sense the evil in the house. Yep, more new age psychics, though they're much more proactive than the ones that have come before. Marla takes one of the dolls from the house to study it and tells Jessica to keep a log of the strange occurrences that happen within the dollhouse, in particular thinking of rules about it. She learns more and more about it by doing experiments, one of them by taunting the house.
I'm not afraid of you. Go ahead, do something. I dare you. Rule number 2. It listens.
Meanwhile, the dollhouse is working its magic on the other members of the family. Claire starts fantasizing about being with Todd instead of Bill, making her uncomfortable around him and trying to get him to dump his girlfriend Dana. Bill has dreams of the family dying in the house and of Jessica coming out of the fireplace. Hey, Doctor Who fans, the girl in the fireplace, eh? Jimmy gets it worst of all, as a zombie version of his father keeps appearing to him and encouraging him to murder Bill. At first, he's receptive to the clearly decaying corpse of his father, but he gets wise to it all pretty quickly, getting ready to defend himself against it. Marla and Tobias, performing a magic ritual on the doll, discover the demonic nature of the thing, and Tobias even stabs the thing for good measure while it tries to kill them. It's awesome! As the family continues to fall apart, Todd has Dana over for drinks while the parents are out of the house, and Dana gets badly burned by the dollhouse screwing with the fireplace. Zombie Dad continues to appear to Jimmy, who's finally had enough, trying to protect Bill when he insists on Bill's murder. The dollhouse performs a stupendously awesome gambit. Zombie Dad hits Jimmy across the face, and it looks like he's going to murder Bill himself. Bill storms into the room and tells Jimmy to get away from Zombie Dad, trying to protect him. But Zombie Dad? He just grabs Bill like a pal and starts talking to him.
Hey, Mr. Brady. Let's have a little powwow. I'm gonna let you in on a little secret.
However, Jimmy, who now has a big bruise on his face, is seen by his mother. Since Bill and Jimmy don't have a great relationship, she thinks Bill hit him and tosses Bill out of the house. However, that doesn't last long when she sees Zombie Dad, who forces the two downstairs to the fireplace. This is the Big Climax, and it is awesome. Zombie Dad ties up Claire and Jimmy and reads fairy tales to them. I've gotta say, Zombie Dad is one of the best parts of this movie. He is delightfully evil and has a dark sense of humor about all of this, as he plans to burn the two in the fireplace.
Don't worry. It only hurts forever.
Marla was injured during the ritual with the doll, so she sends Tobias to go help the family. Tobias saves Bill from the garage, which is filling up with carbon monoxide, and they storm the house to rescue the others. They kick Zombie Dad's ass and free Claire, who goes up to Todd's room, where Todd is being attacked by a demonic image of Dana. Though it should be noted that frankly the makeup makes her look less burned than when she was actually on fire. Jessica has been sucked into the dollhouse's other dimension, so Bill and Tobias get into it via the fireplace thanks to Jessica's notes about it and the dollhouse. The other dolls from the dollhouse have hatched glorious looking demons, including this bobble-headed one. Tobias, using magic incantations, holds off the demon so the other two can escape the dollhouse, unfortunately sacrificing himself in the process. Bill throws the dollhouse into the fire and escapes, their house blowing up afterwards while the family is now reconciled. This movie is cheesy but awesome. It has kind of a slow start, but it's all worth it for the ending. The best Amityville movies seem to be the ones that play off the dysfunctional family aspect, with the horrors unleashed by the demons pushing them apart until the climax, where they're brought back together. The only one to break that formula was the second, where its climax was too busy ripping off another movie. And because the family was kind of dead. Hard to reconcile with your family when they're 6 feet under. And in playing with that dysfunctional family idea, there's a great shot where the family leaves the dinner table one by one, showing how they can't seem to stay together. It's pretty obvious symbolism, but still effective, and I applaud the film for actually trying to elevate itself. The Amityville Dollhouse is very fun, and I highly recommend it, both as a decent film, although certainly not the scariest. It's best to look at ones like this less as horror and more fantasy, supernatural elements coming to life in an otherwise mundane, normal atmosphere. And that concludes my look at the original Amityville movies. Will I look at the 2005 remake and the found footage asylum film? Maybe. We'll see.